Hey guys, we're going to be working on a 2000 International today, which has a few problems, and we're going to show you what's wrong with it. We found some broken solder joints and etc. So stay tuned for your video. Like and subscribe though. I got to put this up front because nobody remembers. Say you don't remember once you. I mean, I don't. When I'm watching a video, I don't. So I forget. It's cool, but like and subscribe. It helps me out a lot. Appreciate you guys. Here's your video. Okay, what we have here is a 2000 International. That's basically all I know about 2000 International. So it's a BT 466. I know nothing about these, so we're gonna go through this little journey together. We've got the problem he's got is he's losing all of his gauges intermittently, randomly, and the speedometer is off 15 miles an hour. So let's see what we can get at. Looks like we got a lot of Phillips screws in the back here, and it looks like we can remove the circuit board without removing needles and things like that. So start taking screws out and see where it gets us. So I guess got two separate circuit boards. A little tiny one over here and the main one. I may have two tiny ones. Got another screw in here. Oh, got another one down here. Alright, they get your protective cover off, and it does look like we have two separate circuit boards on the side and the main circuit board in the center here. It's got these push pins where the gauges stick through the board itself, so you should be able to just pry up on it at this point. Because I don't know anything about these, so we're just winging it, seeing where this takes us. Hopefully we don't mess anything up. We can use my old theory on life, and it was broke when I got it, so it's hard to make it a whole lot worse. Alright, feels like we're coming off. Got a couple wires coming through here. I have no idea what they go to, but the little connector looks like it's simple enough. Little tab here you can pry up on and then wiggle that connector off of there. Easier said than done. Alright, once you can get a grip on it, it's not too bad. Feed your wires through the holes and your board's off. Now we can go inspect our board much closer. Alright. gonna see what I can find here, and I'll get back with you in a second. Okay, so what I found when I was looking around, see if I can find something to point with here. Yeah, pretty simple. Around this pin here and about 3 others, we've got some cracking and haloing going around the pin on the actual header pin itself. All right, that pin corresponds to right, well, let me get myself stable so I can see. I gotta see before y'all can see. So that pin, where are we at? That we're looking at on the TV is this pin here. Might even be able to see it better in the camera here. And we also have some cracking going on in this pin, and I believe a couple others down here on the end, here and here. So that's all I can see in looking through the microscope. I would show y'all through the microscope, but it's a real pain in the ass. I think you can see it. With the editing process, is a real pain in the ass. So with the microscope, so I think y'all can see what I'm working on without it. And the way we're going to fix that is pretty simple. You get your soldering iron hot, apply some heat, add a little solder, brand new solder to the old stuff. Once you get the old solder molten, all the cracks will fill in. But it's a good idea to put some fresh solder on these. Eliminate any of that cracking that's going on. The fresh solder part, it just adds a little bit of lead that wasn't present in the manufacturing process because, you know, OSHA and all that. And I use a 40, 60, 60, 40, whatever it is, solder here. So it adds a little bit of lead, helps it stay a little more pliable. And I'm doing some ugly soldering work here. Hold on. Anytime your stuff is ugly, you don't have any flux on there, and you need to put some flux. These pins are a little bit big for that tip. Usually this tip work okay, but there we go. It's getting a little prettier now. That just has too much, period. You don't really have to. I just got sloppy here. You don't really have to remove the solder. I'm going to in this case just because I got sloppy with mine. Alright. There we go. The other thing I could do here is I could swap out to a bigger tip that's going to put more heat on the pin. Let's do that. Thanks to my soldering iron, we get a new tip pretty quick. I love that Hacko. It makes it so easy to swap out the tips. There we go. Wait for the beep, and we got the heat on. You're still getting a kind of a nasty result here. Jesus, I'm gonna have to find the right combination. This is just sucking. I'm gonna go with the medium-sized tip, chisel tip. Let's see if that'll improve things. Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on. So I'm going to remove as much of this old crap as we can. It can't be that I suck. So no, that ain't true. It is not liking me today. Getting these little stringers. It's like, I don't know if y'all can see that or not, but as you lift off, it just like comes up to a little mountain peak instead of staying where it's supposed to. I hate that. Anybody ever cracks this thing open in the future, they're going to say, what in the hell? I mean, it'll probably work just fine, but I'm always paranoid about somebody looking at my work and it looking like shit. If you do your job right, nobody ever see it again. There we go. That's a lot better. Still ain't the prettiest work I've ever done. I did see some haloing on some of these in here. We're going to reflow this whole area basically, and I'll probably reflow this area down here. There's some capacitors and stuff down in this section of the board. So let's see, let's just learn from our mistakes and start with flux. About time to reorder some flux. Maybe that's why I'm getting stingy with it. I'm trying to make it last. It's a pretty simple board, so I don't see anything wrong with the capacitors or anything there, so I'm thinking we just have some cracked solder joints causing problems. This is going much smoother now. Well, maybe I spoke too soon. hate this tip. I think I've resolved to the point that it's not the damn tip. So I'm going to go back to my favorite tip. This is my favorite tip because if you need a fine tip, it's a good fine tip. And if you need a thick tip, you just use the heel. Put a little more heat on it. Come on. What does it take to get a pretty solder joint on this thing? This is like similar to a girl when she's trying to blow dry her hair and curl it and she keeps getting the flyaways. I wouldn't know, I'm bald as hell, so. I've seen their struggle though. It's hard to, maybe not get enough heat on it. My soldering iron's all the way up though. Just need to stay on them longer. I'm going at my normal pace, and my normal pace is just not going to work for this. Slowing down does seem to help a little bit. Okay. Well, looks like we got that section well done. You want to get that flux off of there. I used a lot, so that'll take a minute here. gonna leave your flux on. Clean that stuff up. It'll be a damn mess if you don't. Give it a little time. Right now you can look at it and say, oh, this looks fine visually, but I promise you, that stuff gets nasty as time goes on. If you're looking at this and you're saying to yourself, damn, it looks like a third grader did that, well, guess what? So am I. I think it's got a decent functionality. I don't think it's going to be a problem. But it ain't my prettiest work. I'm aware of that, so you don't need to tell me that in the comments. Right on. Didn't see any problems over here. I'm a little resistant to go over it since I'm sucking ass on this one today, but just get it done. Alright, 10 o'clock, so the phone starts ringing. Hang on. Okay, so we got all of our solder points that I was concerned with cleaned up, or reflowed. Oh, now we got a customer. Hang on.
Good luck, dude.
Alright folks, well I think I figured out what the problem was with me looking like a third grader. There is a little tiny layer of plastic coat on this stuff that is causing interruption in my workflow. And we're going to do a couple more little spots. I'll take the plastic coat off, and as soon as I find my glasses, we're going to do these two spots and see if we can have a little better results. Can't believe I didn't see that. But this stuff to flow like it's supposed to. Of course, I picked some big pins, so yeah, that was my whole problem. I was having to burn through the plastic coat to get to the down to the meat of the problem. So there was the problem. And look at your board real close. There's a little plastic coating on here. You can see I'm chipping away at it here with a fingernail. It's just a little tiny plastic coating that will peel right off, and now look what it's attached to. All those pins I was soldering. It's very thin, easy to miss. Needs to come off of there before you start soldering. Make your life a lot easier so you won't look like a third grader like me. Anyway, I think we got this job done. I'm going to put it back together. Stand by. Okay. No knock on third graders. Third graders can be pretty smart. What's that?
Whoever left that dryer there never picked it up.
Yeah. I don't know who might have done that.
I seriously totally forgot about that thing. Just saw it right now. What the hell? I got it.
Holy crap. The bull in a china closet. She didn't even realize she's on camera. Alright, we're trying to get this back on there. There's a couple little pins that have to line up. Little plastic pins that poke through. You gotta get those lined up so you get it seated all the way down on there. Go ahead and plug our, these go to your odometer and your hour meter in the front. Alrighty. We'll go back together with this with the manual screwdriver. Yeah, we do have magnetism. Warning, do not store this side up. We're not storing it, we're working on it, so. 2 more screws. Alright, that should have us covered. I want to see if I can get that lens off and get that bug out of there. Alright. If you see this video, everything functioned properly. If you don't see this video, well then you didn't see this video. Not stupid, I'm not going to put one out there that didn't work. So, please like and subscribe, man. It helps me out a lot. I sure appreciate you guys. We're doing our best to get towards monetization, and about halfway there, so help me out, like and subscribe. I appreciate you guys. Hope we all learn something together with all this stuff, and I'll keep putting them out. Keep hitting them buttons. Thanks.